come into play when you have a top-5 showdown at this point in the season. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kick off to get things started. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking downfield on first down. Using the quick game. Turning it on! And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. I want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
Fights off a defender.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
And the Sooners can really attack on this second and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Offense on the move. A big play there, gets it to the 30.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
The give on the inside. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll try it again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
To the ground to try to move the chains. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house.
keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. And the house call coming on the run from the 23. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll leave it with him. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. You reach this portion of the season, in games like this, top 5 showdown can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road.
Yes, you can. You can make these big statement games. And listen, the middle of the season, you kind of get in a lull, Jesse, where you kind of get used to playing, and the new wore off a little bit. But when you got a top 5 matchup and something to prove, you bring that extra juice.
You're right, and if you play well in this game, you can ride that momentum.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
You see so many offenses these days just throw swing routes to the running back. That's the extension of the run game. Well, that's the play that's the extension of. It's the toss. And when he gets outside, watch out. He can dial up home runs.
The Crimson Tide rolling on the ground, tries to keep momentum going. Power football with the run. Runs for the tackle. Makes a stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. The toss to the right. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Snagged on the outside. It's Henry. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football. They're on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last 1st down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. They'll give it to him again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this 1st drive.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Now on the move. It's a fumble on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last point.
Got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Hauls it in. There he goes. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
That's caught. It's Bush. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And some room to work. There he goes. Past the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Comes that Alabama offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that.
Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Bama! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Michigan State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. Sparty has picked itself up off the canvas before, and this group is capable of it again today. It's just a...
He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And you could tell the offense was trying to take a shot and really stress that safety. Sending one guy long, you better cover the deep ball, and then try to slip a guy right underneath it. Unsuccessfully, the quarterback's got to be a little bit better with that time.
Hunt is on its way. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. The short hand, it's Wilkins. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
That had to be a coverage bust because there is no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
Calls his own number. He'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Motion from the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Falling on these little push passes, timing is so important. Trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating irritating when you see that motion. So everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if we can just get him out of a spot.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. On the move. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed now. Early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give to the tailback. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Side 22. Let's go.
They'll go with a direct snap. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Pocket breaking down. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. On 4th down, looking to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Shabara. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
He has the first and still on his feet. Running it inside the 30 and finally out of bounds at the 27.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
To the ground. He's got it again. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a 4th quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Stands in and takes the hit. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Oh, he missed it. No good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. To the air on first down. Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The give to the running back from the shotgun.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Looking to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. Turning it on. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. Flushed out of the pocket. Throws to the wideout. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And everyone needs to have their packages. When they go 5 wide and they spread you wide, what's your answers? And I like the defense right here, bringing pressure, getting to the quarterback, and hitting him as he throws the football.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up for it.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Touch pass on the run. Fighting off the defender. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the big fella. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously, trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the clock.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man out of the backfield. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Sooners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Motion from the back. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Snagged in the middle. It's Carter. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Direct snap. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Give to the running back. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Catch in the middle. It's Shabara. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Oh, look out on the right. Inside the 30. He's at the 10.
How about the turn of events? About to give up points. Not only do I take the football away, by God, I almost put this thing in the house. Almost return it back. Dude, chewing up grass, great blocking out in front. Did everything right except for score the touchdown. Now offense, you go do it.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Now on first down from the 28. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
I guess if you're going to get a 1-yard gain, at least it's kind of a highlight. Great body control, great job understanding how to keep a foot in bounds and give a little toe tap on the sidelines there.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Wilkins. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Running back searching for a hole.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The Sooners have their whole playbook open here on second and inches. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. They go 83 yards on the drive, and the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
How about the hit on the tight end there? They knew they had to bring the lumber on the big fella to bring him down, and they just blew him up.
Got his man downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. We reached a quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Not so fast. You think it's going to be automatic, 2nd and short. They're just going to turn around and hand it off. But how about the penetration up front defensively, shutting that play down?
Yeah, and if your defense wants to be aggressive, well, that's fine. 3rd and short. I still got 4th down as well, so don't be afraid to be aggressive on those and play action, because defense a lot of times really expects run. Then it can take some big shots in man coverage down the field.
They'll go to the toss. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game, because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Floating away. Unleashes one. Ball is loose. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Little touch pass to the receiver. Look out, he's got room. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Throwing on the run. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. He'll try to do it himself.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and it'll be enough for the first down.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
He'll pull it on the read. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown time!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try.
Here we go.
He wants to throw it. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Is no good. That keeps the score.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. and long. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. There he goes. Give him 88 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And the Sooners trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Right on the money. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Bootleg and rolling out. Gets rid of it. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Number 11, set to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Comes that Alabama offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something.
It's picked off, and another empty drive. Bringing it back.
In this situation of the game, it's so hard for the offense to throw it because you're trailing by a lot, so the defense knows you're throwing it. And they've got all these extra DBs out there. Little fast guys that can break on the football. The windows are so small to throw into, and that's what happened on that last play. Nice job getting the INT.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Back to the ground with the running back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it on the run. Touchdown Sooners! And the pummeling has started. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9. And after that last touchdown toss, look out, Baker Mayfield record could be going down for single-game touchdown passes.
Yeah, and you think of all the great quarterbacks and the records that they put up with the Sooners, man. It's impressive. And this guy having himself a day, spreading the ball around, touchdowns palooza. What a nice day.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Got a man. It's Kendricks. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage.
Breaks into the open. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're...
He'll take a shot. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They'll ride the hot hand. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the route is on.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And the returner is stopped.
Down at the 6. And your Alabama Crimson Tide will take over. 1st and 10.
This drive will start at the 6-yard line. To the air on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, David.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer.